So he does say, Michael Wolff says that the relationship between Epstein and Trump began as like early as in the late 80s, like 87 or 88, which is interesting. We hadn't heard that before. And that it continued like over up until they had a fight over real estate, which is pretty well publicized. We'll talk about it in a little bit. That was like around 2006 that they had that fight.
Yeah.
2005, 2006. And Michael Wolff kind of essentially paints Epstein and Trump as having a kind of like rivalry, like machismo, New York Playboy rivalry.
Yeah, I mean, and like we knew the thing about Epstein and Trump is it's tricky because like there's all these like snippets of their friendship that we see, like, you know, Epstein stopping the plane and like taking girls to the Trump casino, or like, you know, even just like a week before this stuff came out with the with Epstein's former like adult but, you know, quite young model girlfriend being taken to Trump Tower like on a walk and being groped by Trump. Like we know about like some of this stuff, but like the actual like details of the relationship we haven't really heard, especially like the closeness that they had.
It does seem like they're very, very close.
I was kind of surprised by that. You know what I mean? Like I it's just like, I guess I had always viewed it, because this is based on the information that we knew, like that they of course encountered each other quite a bit and were friends on a certain level, but like this portrays them as like much closer.
Yeah. I mean, I do think it's, you know, a boy from Queens, a boy from Brooklyn, they could make it in Manhattan, you know? And they did make it. I mean, but they were in like the same social circles. They both obviously loved, very famously, young, beautiful women. They both had private planes, properties in Palm Beach. You know, there is some stuff that Michael Wolff says I think is interesting, that like Epstein, you know, for all his stuff of coming from this kind of like very poor Coney Island family, like he looked down on Trump as being pretty trashy. And that, you know, he tells a story about Trump and Epstein coming back up to New York from Palm Beach on the plane, and Epstein's girlfriend at the time, they were all on the plane, and Trump was pushing him to divert it to Atlantic City to go hang out at the casino, at Trump's casino in Atlantic City. And he said the girlfriend was European and like didn't know what Atlantic City was. It's like everyone knows Vegas, but they don't know Atlantic City. You know, it was kind of just being developed like that in the 80s and 90s.
And honestly, like...
And also, it's pretty trashy.
Like still,
it
like
is trashy.
that. Like, actually, he's right.
Yeah.
It is fucking trash. I've never been there, and I have no judgments, and I love to gamble. And I love a casino.
And you love the shore.
And I love the shore. But it is trashy.
Yeah, sure. But so he says that, you know, Trump says something to the girl like, it's going to be the next Las Vegas. And then Epstein says something like, oh, yeah, Trump is the king of Atlantic City, but he's white trash, and Atlantic City is his white trash kingdom. And so there was this kind of like constant rivalry between the two over women, status, power. I think also like a bit of like social clout in these like big time party circles.